All right, let's talk about that 7-on-7 thing. All right, so I stopped doing camps a long time ago. All right, so if it's not I went to one kicking punting camp. I was supposed to coach. I seen the kid that was terrible, told him he shouldn't do this. You're wasting your parents' time. Parents told coach. Coach told me, why am I telling anybody that? I don't know if they're going to grow into their potential or not, whatever. Okay, so I'm not supposed to coach. Then I had a teammate who had a camp or whatever, and I was asked to come. I come to the camp. They have linebackers teaching tackling. They have a couple quarterbacks there throwing. They have wide receivers. They have every. And then I was the punting circuit, they just went on a circuit. Oh, yeah. These kids could not give a fuck about the punting part of the camp. I am not here to learn how to kick. I ain't going to punt, one kid told me. And he was 100% right. And I said, all right, fuck it. Do whatever you got to do, then go do what we would do normally during practice. Go ahead and get a drink or do whatever you got to do. Go to the next set. I said, I'm not doing it. Now that I'm seeing that Cam Newton is getting the same type of treatment I was getting at these camps, it's about time you got to say, fuck these kids. Hey, listen, to hell with them all. All right? Now, I understand that a lot of kids at these camps are smart and would like to learn and be a sponge and try to, grasp all the information that they could potentially grasp. NFL MVPs right in front of them and everything like that. But I think with this new generation, they're savages. They do not care. You got to really you will get got out there. It doesn't matter who you are. Mostly a punter is who I'm talking about. Cam Newton, though, I'm surprised he didn't slap that kid right in the mouth. Yeah. But they had a conversation afterwards. He came out and apologized, and it's quite a scene of the weekend. But boy, what a wild tell of the time it is whenever I thought people were going to applaud that guy, and everybody actually came out and was like, oh, that kid stinks, actually, which is good. I'm happy about that.
What did you think? I wasn't the reaction like instant, like who is this kid and why is he saying this like to Cam Newton's face?
Yeah, I mean, I was watching it and I was thinking to myself, okay, smack the kid in the mouth. All right, I thought maybe he was like a college kid or something like that. I thought, or like bury him. Like, hey, if this kid wants to talk, go ahead and let him know. Like, hey, come talk to me in 10 years, and I'm gonna just rattle off everything that's ever happened, and then you just kind of make the kid shut up and then just kind of disappear. Cam Newton didn't do that, by the way, which is everything that people talk about Cam Newton is like, hey, incredible teammate. He runs this 7-on-7 thing that he's had people, Deshaun Watson played in. Mm-hmm. He's like put kids to school and everything like that. He is a much better human than a lot of people, I think, in that particular case. But man, paying to go to the camp, potential chance to learn from somebody that's been there, done that, and you talk shit, which, by the way, I have a lot of respect for. But if you open that door, I thought Cam Newton should have came in and buried that kid. But to each their own. To each their own, I guess.
Yeah. Well, it's like anything. When I was in Cincinnati, I remember we were delivering, like we gathered a bunch of coaches, some like a coach and some players, and went around. We delivered coach to kids. It was October, November, I don't know. And we had got beaten. We got beat probably 2 days before this. I think we were undefeated up until that point. And we're delivering, we're knocking on people's door and giving them coats and everything. And then you run into kids, and kids are they're innocent, man. They just say what's on their mind. And I remember a guy's like, who you guys play for? I'm like, oh, the Bengals. Like, oh, you guys suck. You guys got beat the other day. I'm like, yeah, I think we won 8 straight before we got beat. So, yeah, here you go, buddy.
I don't want that jacket. Warm. Give me that jacket last week, then. I don't want that jacket now. Bunch of losers.
I just laughed. I wasn't even mad. I just laughed. I'm like, hey, I guess as we do suck because we did get beat until our next game. We got to go get another victory.
By the way, that is something that as a punter I realized quickly, in this world, we used to have autograph signings for like our West Virginia Mountaineers. We'd have fan day or whatever, linebackers, next to linebackers, running backs, everybody tight ends, and then the kicker tables at the end there. And I just realized I'm in a much different world now that I'm an absolute nobody. I got bums just talking shit to me. I'm like, oh, fuck you. I mean, it just happens. It comes with the territory. That thing with Cam, though, I don't think anybody could have expected. I'm very happy, though, that everybody came out and was like, this kid sucks. As opposed to, you would think like, hey, talk your shit. People would be like, because normally you would think that the internet there'd be a sector that would be very loud that'd be like, we don't know what just Seth Owens is going to become. He might be the next Tom Brady. We don't know that whole thing. You can talk your shit, be confident, whatever. And I was about to say like, that sucks that's how people reacted to that situation because it was very evident. Like, oh, old buddy's a stooge. He comes out though, maybe not a stooge, apologizes for it, says his competitive edge got him. He was just shit talking. There was a lot of film getting leaked onto the internet about him. This guy, if he goes on to have a successful run in this whole thing, I think this will be an awesome story in the end. But more likely than not, just strictly out of the odds and the person at a camp that Cam Newton's at choosing to shit talk Cam instead of ask questions and learn, probably not going to fucking make it. But if he does, I hope he has a great run there.
Yeah, he probably would have had a better chance if he maybe asked Cam, like, hey, how do I get to the next level and do those things? Shit talking
how do I get an Under Armour deal when I'm a junior in high school? Yeah. Okay, how do I? Yeah.
But Cam, this is all positive for Cam, though, isn't it? Because of how he handled it. If Cam would have gone and what if Cam would have started chesting him up and like wanting to fight the dude? Then it's not positive at all for Cam.
Well, remember, Cam is a great freestyle rapper too. There's that video that comes out from his JUCO where he's like rapping and the whole thing's going. Cam's a chirper, I do believe. What if he just buries that kid?
Oh man,
just right
in
there.
a freestyle. Hey, someone give me a beat. Just goes after him.
By the way, Cam Newton, though, that kid's life is ruined potentially. You know, so Cam did exactly what you would hope Cam Newton would do, which is the high road of everything, and that's why I don't do any of those camps because I'm not 100% sure I'd be able to take the high road in that particular case. Imagine what that kid would have said to me too as a punter. Imagine me just walking by, and what are you talking about? And me just turning to this fucking kid. Oh, is that right? Okay. That's why I keep myself out of those situations. You know what I mean? You got to stay out
What
of
would you do? Hey, what would you have done, honestly, if a kid came at you like that? What would you do?
Oh, my God. His whole family. I mean, everything he's ever done would have got called into question. It would have just been like, I would have probably gone hands to pocket. I would have done an entire, what's your name? And then we would have had, well, it don't matter what it does matter what your name is. And then I would have learned a little bit about him because he apparently knows a little bit about me. Let me learn a little bit about him. Now I'm going to introduce myself to him a little bit more. Litany of things. I sound like asshole on camera. Pat McAfee, ex-punter, asshole dickhead to kid at camp. It's a lose-lose situation. That's why I keep myself out of there completely, AJ. You know what I mean?
All right. Well, hey, if we ever get to go do live events someday, I'm going to try to plant little kids. I'm going to pay them money to yell things like this to you.
Oh, Mike Hawk in the crowd yelling at you.
I'm training my kids up if we do any live events in the Midwest.